What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another Divine Alignment Light Code message, and we'll continue our presentation series when it comes to animal signs of Chinese astrology and the years, and we're picking things back up with the horse. So if this sign applies to you, be sure to click that doggone like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And so the reason why you led to these presentations, that means you ready to leave no stone unturned on your hero journey. You realize there's more to the story than what we've been told. So it's all about unlearning a whole bunch of information that really haven't been serving us and relearning our own personal truth. Most importantly, we learn to apply these 7 hermetic principles in our life each and every day. These are the cheat codes to the universe, or the universal laws, okay? And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So if you haven't been applying these things, or this is your first time hearing about them, please research it. Start using these things each and every day, 30, 60, 90 days. Refine and repeat the process until you find your own sweet spot, and that way you can build your own understanding of how these principles work in our lives each and every day, whether you know it or not. So from the time you wake up, these things are still going, they're in effect, okay? So let's get ready to jump right into it. Our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons, right, to gain that experience and knowledge for our self-growth. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, or you've been hanging around people that really been distracting you intentionally because they can't grow any higher than where they're at, okay? So it's okay. So as you come into knowledge of self, and you start testing out these 7 hermetic principles, and you start getting these results in your life, you're going to start helping people to help themselves, because there's a lot of people out there that are stuck on certain levels, or riding the short bus, so to speak, intentionally, because they choose not to enlighten themselves other than watching TV, watching sports, not learning about their anatomy, about the universe, about any laws of nature whatsoever, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the universe is going to line you with people that are going to need your help. So are you going to show up to add value, or are you going to keep them distracted? Okay, but most importantly, don't believe anything that I'm sharing. These are my own personal experience and research that I put together throughout the years. I really was a great steward of my life, and I started, if I didn't write the stuff down, I doggone remember it some kind of way, and some, the universe lined up the right books and the people, places, and event for me, and that what led me to these presentations, okay? Everything bottom line up front, that what led me to these presentations. The universe said, hey, you got to share your experience with people, because there's some people out there that can really use the information that you got, and you able to decipher, certain ancient, myths and stuff, so it can make sense in a modern aspect, okay? I hope that makes sense. So you realize it's all about trusting your intuition, not my intuition. I'm here to remind you of your greatness. You already know this information. I'm here, to share my experience and research with you to help remind you, but you got to trust your intuition, meditate on this stuff so it can make sense for you. Most importantly, do your own research, and you're gonna realize everything matters in life, okay? Even you, okay? So with that being said, you got to follow your own biorhythm and flow in life. And while they playing with the money, you got to make sure you pay yourself first 10% instead of paying them bills first, okay? And that way you can have some money saved over for a rainy day, all right? So it's all about focus on high quality thought, learning something new each and every day. What that's going to do, that's going to help build new brain cells, okay? Because your brain is a muscle, okay? You learning this new information, testing things out, like a scientist or a researcher, okay? So you need to start researching your life and start running on autopilot, okay? But how do you do that? We got to change our routine, find a better mentor, get some better guidance, and start reading books outside of your comfort zone or your circle of awareness, okay? But by you investing 15 minutes each and every day, learning more about your mentality, how can I better myself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, on all aspects, and the universe is going to mirror your intent, like show me what you're working with, okay? And then it's going to give you all kind of synchronistic events and confirmation along your path. But don't stop, keep going, okay? So I'm here to remind you, like, whatever led you to this presentation, keep going, don't stop. Get it, all right? So by now you realize, like, hey, you received your call to adventure. It's all about leaving no stone unturned. The universe is going to use any means necessary to get your attention, to get to help you level up on your hero journey, but you got to put in the work. So you got to, what does that entail? That basically saying, like, hey, you need to be the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. So instead of waiting on luck, you're going to get off your butt and create your own luck each and every day. You're going to read those books, test things out, refine and repeat the process every 30, 60, 90 days, see what works best for you, not for me, right? And then you're going to realize, like, hey, I do have control of my life. I can choose different people in my life. I can choose different experiences. I can, you know, choose to learn more information about myself. You doggone right, okay? But what's gonna happen, your intuition gonna lead you on a nice little adventure. You're gonna get that supernatural aid. You're gonna get that, you know, celestial aid from your ancestor, the spiritual realm, okay? That unseen realm, cause the Mother Universe is pushing everybody from the known to the unknown, so we can realize like, hey, everything's happening from the inside out, not the outside in. Everything starts in the spiritual realm or the mental realm first before it manifests in the physical, okay? And so with that being said, you're gonna learn more about the different energy, frequency, and vibration on the planet. You're gonna realize each and every day is nothing more than a lesson and a test that we all have to pass. But are you paying attention in class of your life? All right, because Earth is a school. All right, and then you're gonna learn more about astrology. So we got Santos Bonacci, Dolo the Pilot Man, we got Sister Myra Moss, we got Brother Freeman L, Dr. Deborah Blair, and many other people who've been sharing their experiences throughout the years on YouTube and many other platforms. So you got to do the research for yourself. All right, but as you learn more about your anatomy, I highly recommend that you invest in biology for dummies. Biology for dummies, no pun intended, okay? But it's going to help align your butt up with your own Christ consciousness so you can see what's really underneath the hood of this human avatar suit that we occupying here. All right, so we can maneuver out here in our own reality. And then what's going to happen is you want to learn more about sacred geometry. So if you haven't heard of Brother Sanchez TV on YouTube, I highly recommend you check this brother out. He's going to give you some eye training, some eye alignment. You're going to see the sacred divine, you know, alignment or sacred geometry and everything, but we just not aware, you know. But when we know better, we're gonna do better, right? And so each and every day we're gonna go through our own personal growth, through our own personal transformation and atonement process, so we can be the best person that we came here to be. All right, and those effects gonna start pouring in when you intentionally plan those good causes in your life. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And so by you being intentionally, you know, just want to change your life and just playing your part, because we all have our own unique purpose and mission that we have to fulfill. Nobody can do it but you. And so you're gonna get more synchronistic event 1111 222 333, and then you're gonna realize like, hey, I'm a byproduct of Mother Nature, you know, just to have this experience, and you're gonna build a working relationship with her. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna give you some of my key points and takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here. All right, but at the end of the day, it's all about unity consciousness. It's not about us, you know, thinking the same, doing the same thing. It's all about all of us playing our own unique part to help elevate the overall energy, frequency, and vibration, and to break all these doggone generational curses that our ancestors left us with. So we, you know, basically we volunteer to come here to clean up this mess. So either you the oppressed or the oppressor. So you guys have a choice to be the change agents for your generation. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So you can consider these presentations as a reminder messages from the universal source within you, because you're a reflection of the universe and you are your own universe. So by knowing all of this information, like, hey, I'm one of the change agents, it comes with a lot of responsibility and accountability. You can no longer blame God or the devil for your action. All right, so these are different, you know, this is your higher and lower nature of yourself. All right, so for us to get here, you know, we just experience, you know, we here to have a lovely experience, but somebody manipulated the system. So within the divine mind, we're divine light beings here to have this human experience, and for us to get here on the earthly plane, our mom and dad got to get together to create that divine spark, to create our avatar suit, so we can occupy, so we can, you know, experience this earthly adventure. Okay, so as soon as we hit the ground running, man, people gonna be pouring all kind of belief systems, you know, the things that worked and things that didn't work for them. And over time, which what led you to this presentation, you realize like, man, it got to be more to life than what we've been told. I've been reading certain books, and it's basically trumping the, you know, the information or the history that they trying to teach us today. So the ancient knowledge, you know, is more superior than the modern knowledge. You damn right. Okay, and so what we're doing, we all have a part to play, and we can all tap into this information as well. So Mother Universe again is pushing us from the known to the unknown realm, so we can get that quality of life change in our life that we need, because we've been unbalanced. Okay, so I was there, so I'm not projecting here, I'm admitting my own flaws here. I was unbalanced for a while, you know, and then Mother Universe said, hey Chris, you got to get off your butt and start putting in that work. Okay, and I did that, and that what led me to these presentations. Many of you guys are, you know, really resonating with my message and the messages that I'm getting from the universe, because you can see how everything is interconnected with one another. All right, there's nothing separate. separate, okay? Once you start digging, ye shall find, okay? So if you feel like you haven't been growing spiritually, mentally, emotional the past 7, pay attention to your 7-year growth cycle. That's all I'm saying. So 7, 14, 21 years, you got to look in the mirror first, because that's what I had to do. It was me that was choosing to hang out with these individuals, getting drunk, partying, and not reading, you know what I'm saying? But I still love doing music and other things, and that what kept my brain percolating, and I questioned my reality. I'm like, why do people believe in certain things and they not getting results in their life? There has to be a catch to this. All right, and that way, like, why I can't talk to God by myself? Why I got to go through a middleman? And I knew the gig was up when I was a youngster, and that's when the Mother Universe was like guiding me through my whole life as a young guy, you know what I'm saying, as a young male. And so what I'm saying is the Big Bang starts with you. You got to change your circle, okay, if you want some changes in your life, and it starts with yourself, okay? But the Big Bang starts with you, and I highly recommend that you invest in these books, okay? Many of these books are free PDFs available online. You just got to put in the work to Google it. All right, but look for, these books. As a Man or a Woman, think about Jane Allen. You got the Hermetica, and then you got Celestial Ship of the North. Please invest in these books. It's going to help elevate your thought process so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. All right. So if you don't learn anything else, please learn these 7 Hermetic principles and start applying these things in your life, because it's going to help you get that quality of life balance that you need. And they don't teach these for a reason. And remember, everything starts in the divine mind first before it manifests in the physical. So speaking of which, everything starts in the spiritual realm first before it manifests in the physical. We got the 7 principles dealing with mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Now the principle of truth for 7, now he or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch all doors of the temple fly open. And the temple is your mind. And when you know better, you're going to do better by applying these doggone principles. And to make sure you operate in your heart chakra at all times, because there's a lot of crazy people out here that are lying to you on purpose, because they don't want you to grow to the next level, because they can't grow in it any further, okay? This is heaven for them, but this is hell for the people that have a high vibration, okay? Because something is strange, okay? We shouldn't be working for certain things, okay? With that being said, my eye is an ancient system of what? Morals and values that's going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate in your own reality. And these consist of truth based on the fact with honesty and integrity, justice, a state of fairness and lawful judgment, righteousness, state of consistent good conduct, reciprocity, what goes around comes around, balance and equal distribution of weight, order, a correct sequence of thought and action, and lastly, harmony, one accord, a pleasing arrangement. Now, the world is equally divided between the people that want to lift people up and help them graduate to the next level and sharing their true experience and references with other people, like-minded individuals that want to grow too, right? Or you want to be those people that keep distracting people, having believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and not doing your own research and just thinking like it is what it is. It's not what it's not, okay? So with that being said, I choose to lift people up with knowledge of self and share my own honest, experience with people. Like, hey, you're going to make some mistakes, but those mistakes are going to make you wise, but don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. So when it comes to these presentations, remember all these zoo types or animal signs, we have all these different attributes and characteristics within us, but when we come in on these years, they're gonna stick out more than others. I hope that makes sense. I want to keep it as simple as possible. So understanding our astrology chart is the doorway, but the effort to move through that door is up to us. So when you know better, you're gonna do better. So it's all about leaving no stone unturned. And then, you can use this information when you're dealing with people, placing event. You can kind of correspond some things, and that way you don't make a whoopsie when you could have, used better, judgment, so to speak. All right, so material items gonna come and go, but Mother Universe say, hey, the spiritual knowledge, how things are happening from the inside out, not the outside out, not the outside in, is more important and longer lasting. So material items gonna come and go, but knowledge of self, how to do things for yourself, how to cut out that middleman, so you can have your own connection with which, if you want to call it source, God, the Most High, whatever you got for it, okay, it's waiting for you. All right, but knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. It's going to help build your doggone Christ consciousness and your frequency. All right, so let me give you my key points and takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here. If you don't learn anything else, please learn those 7 Hermetic principles. Invest into the Kabbalion. All right, there's a good side, not so good side to everything, but you gotta balance your doggone polarity so you can operate as your one divine force that you came here to be. Hint, hint. And you can make a break of a person day, so be mindful of your words as you elevate your frequency. Okay, so what goes around comes around. We just talked about that reciprocity. So when it comes to these zoo types here, we got yin and the yang. When it comes to yin, we got rat, tiger, dragon, horse, monkey, dog. Yang, bull, rabbit, snake, sheep, rooster, and pig. And then with each element, we got a 2-year cycle per element. So dealing with the horse here, with the 1942, we'll have a 2-year cycle where 1942 and 43 would be a water element. All right, so like with the horse, 1942 and then 43, so the horse and the goat, during this time frame, it'll be in the water element. But every 12 years, each zoo type will change elements. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So for example, the horse would start at 1942 with the water element and rotate to the wood, and 12 years from that in 1954. I hope that makes sense. So I want to make things as straightforward as possible. Okay, so the animals of the Chinese zodiac, we're dealing with the horse. And remember, when it comes to navigating out here, you got to be a student and a teacher of your own life at the same doggone time. Okay, so when it comes to the years of the horse, we're dealing from 1906 all the way to 26, but you can just keep adding 12 years. Okay, use your imagination here. I'm not gonna limit you. And when it comes to the hours, it taps into 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it's lucky for, again, you create your own luck, but it deals with creativity, especially producing original ideas, making fresh start, being adventurous, making new friends and career connection, and meeting your soulmate. All right, and the key words when it comes to the horse, it's all about practicality, physically and mentally strong, loyal, steadfast, independent, sociable, team player, athletic, vitality, energy, winner, lucky, self-reliant, will, vivacious, hardworking, sociable, willpower, popular, fun-loving, friendly, enthusiastic, hardworking, and enduring. Now, on the negative aspect, when it comes to the horse, you got selfish, vain, restless, and reckless. But the horse loves tigers and dogs, and they dislike rats. Now, when it comes to the horse, I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Now, people born under the sign of the horse are sociable, athletic, and well-traveled. They have an endless vitality and energy, and they can achieve just about anything they put their mind to. Okay, and they are loyal and steadfast friend who is willing to step in whenever they are needed for whatever the tendency, for whatever the reason. Okay, now horses are independent but also make for excellent team players, although there's a need, or a tendency for them to be the team leader. Now, horse charges forward, focus on the goal ahead. Now, but he fails to go into the finer details of the plan and tends to trip up because of the unforeseen hurdles on his path. So you got to see the big picture. All right, just don't jump out there. Now, as we close things out, when things don't go right according to plan, the horse will be just as hard on others as it would be on itself. Now, horses are strong physically as they are mentally and are practical and handy. Now, horses, though, can develop strong prejudices, okay, and become intolerant and selfish. Now, horses are generally a strong constitution and does not fall prone to colds and flu easily. All right. And lastly, when it comes to relationship, when they're dealing with the horse, there's no cookie cutter recipe to the relationship or to life in general. What I realized when you learn these universal laws or these 7 Hermetic principles, and especially with cause and effect, why not rig the universe with good effects in your life, okay? By giving more what you feel that you lack in life, either the time, money, or just listening or being a good friend, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you realize each and every day is nothing more than a lesson that we have to pass. So if you want more in your life, you want more love, compassion, you want more time, are you giving it? And so that's what I do. Rig the universe in your favor. Test things out. Remember, 30, 60, 90 days. Refine and repeat. Now, when it comes to relationship with the horse, the horse, once they settle, usually form a lifelong partnership with the extrovert tiger or outgoing dragon. Now, horses are not compatible with the methodical ram because they dealing with the head space, right? And restless monkey. Now, on the flip side, as we close things out, when it comes to relationship, is it one-sided or is it balanced? Are you putting in all the work, or are you guys meeting each other halfway? So at the end of the day, in my personal experience, it comes to sharing common goals, strategies, studying your life, strengths and weaknesses, and you got to do some personal growth. That is critical, okay? The more you know, the more you grow. Test things out, refine and repeat. So these are my own personal takeaways when it comes to animal signs of Chinese astrology and the year dealing with the horse. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. As always, our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons, again, that experience and knowledge for our soul grow. And as you grow, you're going to help people to help themselves. But this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. We'll be back continuing our presentation with the goat/ram. Until next time, take care of yourself, love yourself, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.